Let's finish up this unit by looking at the Economic Espionage Act. This prohibits theft of U.S. company trade secrets to either benefit a foreign government or to economically benefit anyone other than the owner. It was passed in 1996 and amended in 2016, and we'll look at those 2016 amendments to show how a company can now bring a civil lawsuit against the individual or company that conducted the trade secret theft. There are two corresponding sections to the law, Section 1831, Economic Espionage, and Section 1832, Theft of Trade Secrets. In Section 1831, Economic Espionage, it prohibits individuals from stealing, copying, receiving, or possessing trade secrets without authorization. If individuals intended or knew that the offense would benefit any foreign government, foreign instrumentality, or a foreign agent. Foreign instrumentality is simply, say, a government agency, other than someone in the government itself. Section 1832 is the theft of trade secrets. It prohibits individuals from stealing, copying, receiving, or possessing trade secrets without authorization if the individuals acted with the intent to convert a trade secret related to a product or service used in interstate or foreign commerce to the economic benefit of anyone other than the trade secret's owners. So basically you have a theft of a trade secret which is provided to someone else other than the trade secret's owner, and so they can reap the economic benefit of it. We see this a lot in industrial espionage, where someone will steal a trade secret and either sell it to another company, perhaps in another country, so that that company can avoid the R&D costs necessary to develop and compete on a particular product. And certainly the economic benefit will go to that other company and possibly to the individual who stole the material, but certainly would impact the economic value of the product to the original owner and designer of the product. Section 1836, Civil Actions, was added in 2016, and this allows the victims of trade secret misappropriation to file civil lawsuits, seek injunctive relief, and seek monetary damages for trade secret theft. The differences between 1831 and 1832 are based on the purpose and intent of the defendant's trade secret theft. It requires the defendant to have done one of 5 acts: stealing or without authorization appropriating a trade secret, and without authorization making a copy of that trade secret by any number of different ways, as shown on the slide, and receiving or buying or possessing a trade secret knowing they were stolen or appropriated, obtained or converted without authorization, and attempting to commit any of the above acts, or conspiring with at least one other person to commit any of the first 3 offenses, and one or more of the conspirators affects the object of the conspiracy. So again, you don't have to be the one who actually does the stealing of the trade secret. If you conspire with at least one other person and that person actually steals the trade secret, then you are as guilty under this law as the person who conducted the theft. But what is a trade secret? Well, if you think about the things that your company does that are very important to the company, many of those things might be considered trade secrets. For instance, financial information or business decisions, companies you want to buy or sell, actions a company might take that could impact either positively or negatively the value of the company, scientific developments, patents, of course, technological designs, architectural designs, anything that brings value to your company, whether it's physical, electronic, graphical, or photographic, or just in writing. then it could be considered a trade secret. But to be a trade secret, you also have to take reasonable measures to keep such information secret. So, for instance, if I have a really great design for a widget, and I know that I can make a lot of money off of this widget by putting it on the market, if for some reason I put this on the internet to show everybody that I've designed this widget, here's how I've designed it, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, I'm looking for funding, and would certainly like some funding for everybody, from everybody. You can get as big a piece of this pie as I'm going to make. Then you probably haven't taken the measure to keep that information secret. And it certainly would be difficult to prove that that is a trade secret for you. The information has to derive independent economic value, actual or potential, from not being generally known to the public or readily accessible through proper means by another person who could obtain economic value or disclosure of that information. So again, a trade secret has to be a secret for it to be a trade secret. Protecting trade secrets from internal users should be on a need-to-know basis. Not everybody has to have access to the designs. So for instance, a person who does human resources doesn't need to see a very confidential design for a new product. They may certainly be involved in the hiring and firing and actions of individuals who work in that department, but they may not need to see the actual product designs themselves or the code that's behind a software product, etc. So to prevent employees and outsiders from stealing trade secrets, there are some things that a company can do that can help protect those trade secrets. One is to require every employee to sign a confidentiality agreement. If an employee leaves your company and goes to another company, the confidentiality agreement may protect your company should that individual start telling other people how the product is designed. Use firewalls, intrusion detection software, strong passwords, layered protection between the internet and the intranet and storage locations. So that concept of defense in depth, have as many different items as you can, protecting your network and your store of knowledge and trade secrets that are on the network. One thing that you can do, which I've seen a lot in companies, is segment your network so that trade secrets are off on a separate network that can be controlled by access control at the network level to begin with, and then at the individual level or account level when you actually get closer to the trade secrets. Use non-disclosure agreements when sharing information outside the organization. Mark documents as confidential. Companies, rarely do I see this taking place. Mark the documents as confidential, as restricted, or whatever you apply to your definition of protecting your trade secrets, so that an individual who has a copy of your document can clearly see that that document is not meant to be shared outside your organization. Put that classification system into your information security policy and train individuals to mark the documents and understand what the marking of documents means. Strengthen the physical security of your facilities. Don't allow terminating employees to have access to computers without supervision. And in the exit interview, review the non-disclosure and confidentiality agreements with the terminating employee so that they understand what their obligations are as they leave the company.